Have mercy on me, a sinner.
Hey guys, Mr. Sato64 here, and today we're going to be unboxing the Disco 3 Bluetooth stereo speaker in candy red, sent to me through Supertooth. Let's get started. So before I start unboxing this, I would just like to thank Supertooth for sending me the Disco 3 for review. It is greatly appreciated on the channel, and I hope that this thing is going to live up to its expectations. So with the Disco 3, you can share your music via Bluetooth or through an auxiliary input to your device. It's got two speakers, making this a stereo audio system. An enormous 12 watts of power, so this thing is going to get nice and loud. At medium volume, you're going to get 15 hours of music playback. That's pretty impressive. High volume, only 3 to 4 hours, and standby time is an amazing 2,000 hours. So if your device does not support Bluetooth 4.0 or any previous Bluetooth models, you can of course connect this thing via the 3.5mm stereo jack cable, which is included in the package. This thing takes just 3 hours to charge and has an amazing 2-year warranty. So unfortunately during shipping this thing did get slightly damaged, but that's okay. We're just going to use this as an unboxing place. Unfortunately I can't use my traditional unboxing knife for this because there is no great way to cut plastic with a penknife. So I'm just going to rip this thing open and hope that I don't wreck the packaging too much. So the packaging did put up quite a fight against me. Regardless, I still got both the Supertooth Disco 3 and the accessories included out of the box without any damage. So included with the Disco 3 you do get some accessories such as a wall charger and of course your stereo cable. So we're just going to take a look at those now. So the first thing we've got here is of course the user manual and the pairing code, which is nice and simple, being 4 zeros. So this is if you're going to be connecting this thing with your Bluetooth device. You're going to obviously need a pairing code, which it nicely says on the user manual. Next up we get a nice length 3.5mm stereo jack for those non-Bluetooth enabled devices that you can still connect to the Disco 3, so that's nice that they include this in the box. Next up we have got our detachable USB cable, which I'm presuming is for charging the Disco 3. So finally in the box we've got the USB wall charger, which you will connect to the detachable USB cable to charge the Supertooth Disco 3. So we're now going to take a look at the Disco 3 itself, and just before we do I'm going to tell you the dimensions, because on camera I can understand it does look quite large. So the Disco 3 is 18 centimeters high by 10.8 centimeters wide and 7 centimeters deep. So this thing is very small and a very compact speaker. So on the top of the device we have got our audio controls and our power switch. We've got our volume up and down buttons, as well as our skip back and forth, so that you don't have to have your phone handy to change the volume or to skip tracks. You can do it directly from the Disco 3. Also in the center we have got our main power button and of course the play and pause button. On the back of the device we have got place for our USB cable for charging the Disco 3. In the center we've got an LED indicator to tell us when the Disco 3 is paired with a Bluetooth device, and of course we've got our 3.5mm stereo jack audio in. So my initial impressions of the design aspect of the Disco 3 are that it looks really great, and I've gone for the candy red color, as you can see here. It does come in a lot of color varieties. You can check that out on Supertooth's website, which is in the description below. But the design of this thing looks really nice, a great improvement over the Disco 2, and I like the fact that you've got all of your audio controls at easy reach. So to finish off this unboxing, I'm going to power up the Disco 3 and pair it with my iPhone and just do a quick little audio test. Obviously it's not going to come through perfectly through my microphone, but I'm hoping that you guys will be able to get an idea of how easy this thing is to set up and play your music. First off we're going to just press in the home button. And as you can hear, we get a confirmation that the device is on and that it is trying to connect to my iPhone. So while scanning for devices on my iPhone for Bluetooth, it has now come up with ST Disco 3 R26. So it says not paired, so I'm just going to pair that now. Okay, so interestingly enough, obviously with the iPhone you don't have to insert a pairing code, and it's just connected straight away, and that probably took about a second. So as you heard, we got a confirmation beep on the Disco 3 to say that it is connected, and I'm now just going to play one of my YouTube videos just to test out the audio. So I'm just going to play my new intro now, which you guys heard at the beginning of this video, which has got a nice range of tones to really test out the Supertooth Disco 3's performance. Okay, so I'm not sure how well that came across on my mic, but that thing did sound really good. I know that was only a 9-second clip, but still it sounded really impressive. And we're just gonna play about with the controls for a moment. So while it's playing, I'm gonna turn it down slightly and try and go to a really low volume. So as you heard that time, I decreased the volume significantly and it did react really well and it didn't lose any of the audio quality while doing so. So now we're going to do the opposite of that and we're going to increase the volume to the max. So because this is only a short clip and because I did have the Disco 3 volume right down, you couldn't quite hear the full impact. So when you get to either the lower or the higher volume, the maximum or the minimum it'll go, you do get a little confirmation beep. So that's always nice to know that you are on maximum volume. And I'm now going to play you my intro again, but on max volume. Okay guys, so my microphone probably had to turn that down internally, so you probably didn't get the full effect of that, but that was extremely loud. I'm probably stood half a foot away from the Disco 3 and that really was quite loud, which is obviously a good thing because this thing is really small, so you can move it about, you can have that portability of a nice Bluetooth speaker, and it's got the real big 12 watts of power to deliver ultimate performance when you need it. So overall, I'm really impressed with this thing. I don't think I can fault it yet, apart from the packaging, which was a little difficult to get into, but aside from that, the actual product works flawlessly. Charge time takes around 3 hours, which is not too bad, and if you're playing it at max volume, you will get 3 to 4 hours back. Medium volume is around 15 hours, which is super impressive, and obviously if you've got it really low, it's going to last a really long time. With most Bluetooth speakers, I have to turn them off because the standby time isn't great. But with the Disco 3, an amazing 2,000 hours of standby time, which is still really impressive to me and I still can't believe it. But I'm going to try this out and see how long it does stand by for. So again, I'd just like to thank Supertooth for sending the Disco 3 out to me. It seems really impressive and I really do like the candy color scheme. If you want to check out any other color schemes and check out the Disco 3 for yourself, there's a link in the description below for obviously Amazon US and UK, as well as Supertooth's official website where you can buy this thing and check out all the color variations. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment and like down below, subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends so they can get their hands on the awesomeness that is the Disco 3. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.